Hello and welcome to Clipping In. You're about to watch a cycling video about cycling out to watch some people cycling. How's that for meta? Sunday, the 3rd of October. I'm in the Pennines, and today is the first stage of the Tour of Britain cycling race. Today it runs from Altrincham up to Manchester and passes through the Saddleworth hills. The sun's back, bit of a breeze, but I'm hoping to get a decent ride in the Pennines, stop, catch the race pass near Grange Bar, and then cycle home again. That's the plan. I'm on the connecting road between Denshaw and Delph, and if I spin the camera around, on the skyline is Grange Bar, and according to the race manual they'll be passing through there about 1:30. Good view there, looking into Dovestones as I'm climbing the Skye Road. Castle Hill at Armonbury, that's the direction of Huddersfield. The town that you can see here is Meltham, with Meltham Cop behind. Past the wind turbine, and then up and over that horizon, that's heading towards Marsden, and a climb that'll take me back over to Saddleworth. And the direction I've come from, that big plateau that you can see there, that's the top of Wessenden Nab. Now the hill up there, it's believed that there was a Roman signalling station somewhere on the summit, and if I tie that to a video that I made about Castleshaw Roman Fort, Castleshaw would be lying just on the other side of the horizon, where you can see some rocks. That's Stanage, and it's believed that the Roman route came over near those rocks, dropped to the right of the frame, and then climbed up for an intermediate signalling station. Here you can see the modern Stanage Road with the coaching inns. Crowds already assembling at the top of Grange Road. Lots of parking here too. See the crowd stretching to the King's Arms there at Grange Bar. Panning in the direction that I just rode up from Denshaw. And then they're getting ready to close the road. I think they do it half an hour beforehand. I'm now an honorary Cornishman for the day. Sounds like we've got a little breakaway. I think he said 5-man breakaway, a minute and something. You might be able to see and hear the helicopter, which I'm assuming is filming the race. Another outrider coming through. we go, breakaway coming through. Good, 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 good. Hey! And another 3. Grange Road, they only give it a category 2 on the race manual, but it's broken this bunch up. Hey! Here's the main bunch, peloton. Well, that was about 5 to 10 minutes of watching the racing, and then about 40 minutes of talking to other people. All part of the fun. Makes it more of a day out, I think. Anyway, I'm coming back towards Buckstones, which means I have about 15 or 16 miles left to ride. While I was looking for the route itinerary for today's Tour of Britain, it also gave me the nudge to dig out some photographs that I took from the 1987 Kellogg's Professional Tour of Britain. I'll put them up as inserts. It was, I say professional because in those days there was a hard demarcation line between amateur racing and professional racing. It didn't become open until the 1996 season. That's when you finally started seeing the big European pros in the Olympics. Prior to that, it was amateurs only. There was an amateur Tour of Britain sponsored by the Milk Marketing Board, and that was a really good stage race for amateur riders. But what happened, it was dominated for years by the Soviets, and the Soviets were nominally amateurs, but you know, supposedly various majors and colonels in the Soviet army, but they were really full-time cyclists. The scary Red Guard. But the Kellogg's Tour of Britain was openly professional, and for a few years, with the heavyweight sponsorship of Kellogg's, it could attract some serious teams from the continent. The Kellogg's Tour of Britain, I think it ran for about 6-7 years, and certainly the first few editions were tremendously hilly. They had some very hard stages, and thanks to being well sponsored, it made such a difference to the kind of teams they could invite across from the continent, and some big names on the trophy too. And then when the sponsorship finished, the race finished, there was a bit of a revival of a Tour of Britain sponsored by Prudential Insurance. That would have been around 1998, I think. Ran for 2 or 3 years, and then another little lapse, and then the Tour of Britain returned, I think 2004. So yeah, keeping the run going. The photographs that I took in '87 were on a notorious cobbled hill, the Shibden Wall, and even top continental professionals were struggling on that thing. Some had managed to ride on the tarmac pavements, but some of the photographs show that they're being pushed by spectators. What an atmosphere that was. It's a heck of a hill. Of course, there aren't any photographs of me from 1987, thankfully. I was probably sporting a mullet in those days. Well, that wasn't too bad a ride. I'm not sure, I uploaded it in 2 sections, so I'm guessing about 65-ish. Whatever. It's been surprisingly warm today. I'm guessing 21, 22 now. This little 4 or 5 day warm spell that they're predicting might be actually turning up at last. Well, look, for this watching version of Clipping In, it's goodbye for now, and see you back out on those Yorkshire roads before too long. Bye bye.